You're listening to Blind Chats with the Backroad Chicks.
Welcome to the Late Night Cruise.
The Late Night Cruise.
We're your hosts,
Courtney
and Brienne. Buckle in.
It's gonna be a wild ride.
Ow!
Dude.
Sorry.
I already started recording.
Oh, that's okay. It was hurting. And we're back.
And we're back. Welcome back, folks.
Throttle! Sally the camel head. One hump. So ride, Sally, ride. Boom, boom, boom. Do you remember that?
I do.
Okay,
I do,
good.
yes.
I wasn't quite sure.
I can't take you anywhere.
That's very true. Can confirm. Can't deny. And we're back with episode 2.
Episode 2 of Blind Chats with the Backroad Chicks. We're going to talk about a really good controversial subject today.
Continuing the controversy.
Ooh.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. We're going to talk about smoking today.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, end segment. Smoking. We're done. Bye.
Done.
See you next time, folks. That's my stance.
This is always a fun one because it gets us in many fights.
Oh, especially where I live.
Yeah.
Oh, the etiquette and the smokers versus non-smokers. I feel like it's kind of like Hunger Games.
Okay.
And the mentalities are crazy.
Explain.
Like you put them in the pit and they fight to the death for who wins, the smokers versus non-smokers.
Yeah, it's true. And it's always like a tit for tat. It's always a fight. It's always
Just the ego and the entitlement behind smokers.
I agree.
It's gross.
And not all of them. Okay.
No,
there are some. Okay, we're not calling out everybody, but
Just
there
majority.
are a few.
Yeah, it makes me, I will say, there is one specific individual that had common courtesy. He went out of his way, because he knew that I hated smoking and that I'm allergic to it, in the middle of winter, would get out of his truck to have his smoke outside and park, and then get back in, because he knew how much I hated it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't ask, I didn't grimace, I didn't make a comment, nothing. He just did that out of his own accord, and I have to say hats off to that person for being that thoughtful and respectful and courteous. That was beautiful and nice.
Yeah.
And then there's those smokers that will stand there and blow the smoke in your effing face.
Yep.
I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm physically backing up. It's like, I'm still conversing with you and, understanding the fact that you're making that life choice.
Yeah.
And I'm respecting it by being out there with you, even though you're poisoning my air and my lungs.
Yep.
Especially when I'm allergic to it, and you know that.
Yeah.
And you can't even respect me, and you keep coming closer and then ignorantly blow it in my face. And then when I draw it to your attention, you freaking laugh like it's funny.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It literally makes me want to invoke violence. Like, if you don't believe in God, you should, because He's saving lives.
Yeah. Right?
Because I wouldn't mind casting a charge for the ignorance of some people. And then to add insult to injury and laugh, it makes me so angry. You are polluting my air. You have no care about it, no respect at all. And you think you're entitled to smoke wherever you want, smoke in front of doorways, smoke on your balcony. Some of these people still want to smoke in restaurants and in the mall. And they think, they're like, well, there's a smoking section. Oh, really?
Because that makes it better.
Because that's how it works. So particles don't disperse and go into vents and spread throughout the rest of the vicinity. This invisible wall in the restaurant, this little pony wall, is stopping the smoke from 3 feet on the other side of it from blowing over 3 feet in my side, because that's how it works.
Or the people that smoke in their vehicles and then try to sell them saying that they're non-smoking and pretending. You're like, y'all, we can tell. I'm sorry.
Right?
You can clean it as much as you want. People know.
It's like that invisible wall during COVID, though. I just had to finish that rant. In the mall. If you're sitting down to eat in the food court, you can take off your mask, because when you're behind the gated wall and you're sitting down, the mask doesn't matter anymore. The particles can't get you. But when you're walking, oh my gosh, you're at a higher elevation, you're walking, you might spread it. So put your mask on. Duh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, sorry, too far?
Well,
no, it's never too far.
Difference of opinion.
That's fair.
That is fair.
You can agree to disagree. And it's okay to be wrong.
Dude.
But okay, smokers, honestly. It's just that it's the inconsiderate BS behind it that makes me so mad. And then you can't reason with them.
No. Like,
they don't understand it. They look at us like we are jerks.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing I've never understood. Like, there's a difference between being, okay, like say if you're in your own vehicle and you choose to smoke in your own vehicle, I can't stop you. I can't stop you from smoking in your own vehicle. I can ask that you don't smoke when I'm in there. I'm already in there and I'm already, whatever you have smoked previously in your car is going to be on my clothing. It's going to be in my hair.
Yes.
It's going to be, and I'm sorry, I know that they probably they aren't as sensitive to it.
No, definitely not.
But it's overpowering. It is overpowering if you are a non-smoker.
And my hair, like even when I walk into Subway, I leave reeking like I was in Subway. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Or if you're in a place that deep fries their food constantly, you stink like grease when you come out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with cigarette smoke.
Yes.
I don't need to walk around making it look like I'm a smoker. I don't need to smell. That's your life decision. That's fine. But if you want me to be in your presence, then have some mutual respect. Like, I get it's their car or their house, but if you're having non-smokers over, then at least have some etiquette. Or don't be offended when I don't want to go to your place or your vehicle because you don't have that etiquette. Then you can't get mad at me.
That's huge. Yeah.
That's your choice, and this is mine.
Yeah. Like, you are basically not giving me the option to have clean air.
Exactly.
Around me.
Exactly. So
you can't be upset if I choose to not put myself in that position.
Exactly. And why should you be allowed to pollute our air? Go live on your own little island then and smoke your little cigarettes and don't come into public places puffing it around.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you think that it's okay to damage everybody around you. You know the health risks to it. You know what it does to people's lungs. You're okay. You're actually genuinely okay with putting people at risk for having cancer and dying.
It's like people who smoke in the car with their kids in the car.
Right?
It's illegal, but that ain't going to stop people. Yeah.
Right? Or like the funny one is where I live on the balconies. It's a non-smoking building now, but there's old people in there that have been grandfathered into it from years ago.
Yeah.
They're changing it going forward, which is great, but some people are on there and they're like, well, it's my balcony. I should be able to do what I want. You're in a shared living facility, which means that it's a community spot.
Yeah.
So you don't get to just do things that harm other people.
Yeah. It's one thing if it's something that isn't literally not bothering anybody else, but this is in fact affecting other people's health.
So go outside, away from the doors, into your little back courtyard, and go do it over there in some section designated for you.
Designated areas are a must.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it still flies in. If the wind is blowing in a direction, it blows into your apartment.
Yeah.
And there's been times where I literally, the entirety of my suite reeks of cigarette smoke, and I'm sitting there coughing and sneezing and scratching my eyes and can't breathe because somebody else is polluting my air. Why is my life and my health any less important than yours? And how ignorant are you to jeopardize my health and be okay with it? Could you imagine if you had like a kid and you smoked in the car with them, and then your kid, God forbid, got lung cancer, and then God forbid would pass away? How would you feel?
How would you feel?
Knowing that you did that. Well, then why is it okay to do that to other people?
Why is it okay to do that to anybody?
Exactly.
And like, of course, this is the argument that I come up against most often when I'm having this conversation with a smoker. Their rebuttal to that is, well, you can't prove that it was the smoking that caused it.
Yeah, but if you know that it does that, it doesn't matter if it did or didn't cause it. The fact is, you know the science behind it, and you are a potential contributing factor. Why, with the knowledge, knowing it can do that, are you okay with putting people you allegedly love at risk? That means you're selfish and you don't care.
It is definitely a selfishness. I agree.
100%.
Yeah. And coming from, like I have never smoked. I have never, never. So my view on it is I'm very staunch in my view of it, and quite possibly to a frustrating degree for a lot of people. I know that. I've pissed a lot of people off with my views on it.
So fine. I don't care.
But it's kind of the reverse effect. Like if somebody else were to make that case in favor of smoking to me, which they have because they get mad at me for my stance on it, I have the science to back it.
Yep.
Right. And I am by no means an expert. Okay. I am not the professional that has discovered all of these things, but it is not only scientifically studied, it has peer reviewed, and it is proven fact that secondhand smoke is almost as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than actually smoking itself.
Yep.
So if I'm sitting in a vehicle where you have lit up countless cigarettes, if I'm sitting in a house that you've been smoking in for years, regardless of even my house right now, even your apartment, someone probably smoked in there. Unfortunately, that is putting you at a higher risk.
And here's an interesting one for those people. The smokers. You people. So, okay, let's just pull out the science on it, because they'll be, country, whatever. We'll get rid of the science factor. Let's just say that they don't like it because it gives them an allergy. We don't like it because it gives us an allergy. Let's say that smoker doesn't want perfume around them. Perfume in the workplace is banned because people are allergic to it and it bothers them. That has to be respected. And perfume doesn't necessarily have the science saying it causes cancer, but the respect is there to not wear it. I wouldn't go to somebody else's home wearing perfume if I knew that it gave them allergies. I also wouldn't burn a candle or spray anything in my home knowing somebody was coming over and they had an allergy.
Yes.
So why is there not the reciprocal respect from smokers when you're having company over or you're going to somebody else's house?
I agree. And that's, again, it's one of those things, most of the people I knew growing up smoked, right? Statistically, if your parents smoke, the kids are going to smoke, right? Often that is the case. They will argue that. They will argue that. I remember one person in particular, her mom smoked, and I said, well, then statistically, all or most of her kids are going to smoke. Yep, statistically. Right?
Yep, that's fair.
And it turned out to be,
majority did.
The majority did.
Okay. Yep. I mean, that's the odds, because it's observational learning.
Yeah, exactly. Monkey see, monkey do.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So standing there smoking a cigarette and telling your kid, oh, you shouldn't, it's bad for you. Right?
Yeah, you're their role model. They're going to do what you do.
Right. Well,
naturally.
Exactly.
Most cases.
Exactly. And this is again, it is for health reasons. It's not a control thing. It's not I need to have a say. I need to control your behavior and control what you can and can't do, tell you what to do and I'll tell you what not to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to be healthy and have a good, healthy life. That's
not what it's about. Yeah. It is absolutely about, I want you.
And I don't like it.
Well, yeah, but
it stinks.
Absolutely it does.
And here's the funny one. Smokers who complain about pot smokers really makes me laugh. They'll sit there saying they hate the smell of pot. And I had a friend like this. They hate the smell of pot. They think it's rude. They think it's obnoxious. They don't think they should be allowed to smoke. And I'm not a pot smoker either. Have I done it? Yeah. Smoke pot. Have. Tried it. But it's they'll sit there saying that they don't want them smoking that in their vicinity on their balconies because it stinks and they don't like it. Pot hasn't been proven to kill anyone. Actually, they use it for pain treatment and for glaucoma and a bunch of medical reasons. And these smokers are angry because they don't like the smell. They don't want to be around it. It sticks to them. Why is there a double standard when it comes to your behavior of your bad poisonous habit inflicting on other people?
Yep.
Answer me that.
I agree. And I'm not advocating for, marijuana versus cigarettes. That's not what the argument is.
Nope.
The argument is simply one bothers you, the hypocrisy. It's it bothers you. It's you almost feel to the point of where the pot smokers should be okay, well, you don't give a damn what I think, so why should I give a damn what you think?
Exactly. It's a double standard.
Right?
And you know how I feel about those.
Absolutely.
It's our first season, episode 5. Pretty sure it's episode 5.
Yes.
My memory's...
Your memory's pretty darn good. We might have to look that up.
Pretty sure it's that one, but
pretty sure.
And what also gets me is, again, it's the ego and the judgment of the smokers.
Yeah.
Do you not see how cliquey they get as well and band together? If you're not a smoker with them, it's like you're an outsider.
Oh my gosh, absolutely, yes.
Even that episode of Friends when Rachel tried smoking just to fit in because they were excluding her and not giving her promotions and being disrespectful. And it's they expect you to go out minus 30 and stand with them and keep them company. No. And then they get mad at you when you
don't want to.
That's your bad habit and your choice. I'm not coming out there and decreasing my life expectancy.
You're no, I'm not going to go stand out in minus 30 to watch you smoke a cancer sick. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do it.
The arrogance and the ego of you to how dare you be mad or offended.
How dare you say no?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
and then they look down on you. And I remember this group I used to be friends with, every single one of them smoked except for me. And they want me to come over. And I'm like, why do you want me to come over and then get ostracized and left behind? Because you guys are all outside smoking, like chain smokers, nonstop. It was go,
Oh my gosh.
go. They were outside smoking more than they were inside. And they would sit out there for like 20, 30, 40 minutes at a time each. And I would just sit in the basement by myself.
Oh my gosh.
And then they'd get mad at me if I wanted to go home. I'm like, well, you're not here. We're not socializing. Why am I here? Well, you can come outside. I'm like, and be surrounded by a smoke cloud and be coughing and choking?
Yeah.
No.
You're like, that's not my idea of a good time.
Exactly. So if I choose not to go, then all of a sudden I'm not their friend, and they've kicked me out of their life. And
It's a social construct.
100%.
Yeah.
It's despicable.
I just don't understand it.
No, and it's like, I'm still friends with you based on your bad habit, and you're judging me for making a good choice. It's like, it's like the politicals. You know, there's one side that just judges and criticizes everybody, and then the other side that's open-minded and wants to find out why and figure things out and da-da-da-da. Why does it have to be one-sided? I feel like it's often the people that are choosing the adverse choice.
Yes.
That have the judgment and the hostility towards those who are trying to make the more appropriate, healthy choice.
I wonder what the psychology behind that is.
I actually want to learn that.
I would be very curious to see what kind of, like what the psychological construct is behind that, because it's not, it seems like it's so counterintuitive.
Yeah, it does.
Like
Absolutely.
it feels like it's so out in left field, like why, this is a bad habit. Like, that this is something that you really shouldn't do. And in saying that, again, I'm going to reiterate this because this is the common misconception, is that it is based on us wanting to have control over the situation and the social factor. That is not the case. I don't care what you do.
Yep.
When it starts to affect me,
yes,
that's when I care.
Exactly.
And again, I don't mean that as if to say I don't care about you or what you do with your life. Absolutely, I care. I want you to make healthy choices and I want you to live a healthy life.
Yep.
I know I'm not going to be able to control that. But my sense of, like, I already make enough mistakes with my health. Okay. I know that I don't live the healthiest lifestyle, but it always comes down to tit for tat. Oh, I'll give up smoking if you give up this, or I'll try to quit. Or
it does.
It's never, I'm going to quit because it's probably a healthier thing for me to do.
Yeah. And why judge us for not doing it? Why would you not praise people for not smoking? Like, oh, I know this is a bad habit. Like, unfortunately,
why would you point out other flaws?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be like, good for you. I'm really proud of you for not smoking.
Yeah.
Like, why are you not praising people for not having the same bad habit when you know it's that way?
Yeah. There's something else wrong with you that you need to fix in order for me to check myself and fix this.
Yeah. Because we're not criticizing you for your choice. If you want to smoke, that's on you, but don't put it on me or blow your toxins in my way.
My adversity and my anger towards the smoking is that I know what it's doing to you, and I know what it's doing on a biological level.
See, and I'm not even mad about that. If they want to, I will encourage them not to, because I care about them. But if they choose that, go right ahead. But have some respect for me and don't inflict your decisions onto me. I respect your choices. I will tell you I love you and care about you and why you shouldn't do it and encourage you to stop. But I'm not going to judge you or ridicule you or be mad at you or rude to you. So why are you doing that to me?
I will say I'm guilty of that.
Okay.
I do push because, it absolutely is coming from a point of, I'd like you to stick around. I don't want you to die. Right? That is where that is coming from, though. My anger and frustration towards people that continue to make that choice. I don't understand it. I can't comprehend. I understand that it's an addiction. Okay. I'm not trying to discount that. I'm not trying to disparage. Like, I understand that. Okay. And addiction is absolutely a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not.
Yes. Like people who have to sit on their phone rather than paying attention to their partner. No shade, but shade.
It does happen. It happens to everybody, right?
Yes.
But I feel like in the sense of pushing people to quit, pushing people to get rid of that habit is 120% the result of me wanting them to be here longer and not get sick.
Yeah, and so you have the good intention behind it. Maybe it doesn't come out right. Maybe it comes out aggressive or judgmental. Yeah, and it might. I haven't witnessed you really do it firsthand. I
have. I will be the first to admit that.
And that's fair.
Yep.
And yours comes from a good intention. When they have hostility towards us about the pushback on why can't they smoke and breathe it on us and all of that stuff, where's the good intention? Where's the respect? And why are you why? I just want to know why from smokers are you okay with jeopardizing somebody's health? If you actually love and care about them, why are you fine with puffing your cigarette in your vehicle with them there when you know what it does to them?
Is it actually a matter of not understanding what it does? Do they actually not know?
No, because some of them absolutely do. So why do you do it? Why are you okay with harming someone you allegedly love? Answer me that. Please. Challenge me. Enlighten me.
Enlighten me. Yeah, I think that it might be an angry battle, but
well, that's fine. It's like, okay, so let's say some of the smokers have kids. Are you okay with feeding your children rat poison,
cyanide,
anything? Yeah. Are you okay with knowingly putting that into their food because
or breathing that into their face?
Yeah, like is that okay with you? So no, why would you purposely do something to someone you love that you know is bad for them? You wouldn't.
And just because you don't smoke in your car when the kids are in it doesn't mean that they're not getting all of the secondhand stuff from the vents, from the seats, from every inch of that car.
Mm-hmm. Or smoking in your house and it cakes onto your walls and your walls are yellow and it's in the furniture, it's in the vents, it's in everything.
It's in everything. There is no escape for it.
Mm-hmm.
It does not go away.
It's just like, why would you knowingly harm someone? You wouldn't. You would never do that to your spouse or your children and intentionally give them something that harms them. So why are you okay with putting your smoke in people's air, especially in a direct sense, in close encounters?
I agree. Yeah, it's a great question, and it's a valid question, because I don't think that it's something that they probably consider.
And I think because they're taking it as if we're personally attacking them and judging them and being mean to them, which isn't the case. It's like, why are you on the defense rather than trying to understand our healthy choices?
Where we're coming from. And again, this is coming from a place of, okay, like I don't always make the best health decisions, okay? But there are things that I just don't put in my body.
And everyone has to respect that. In my opinion, there's things that I'm sure that people who smoke choose not to put in their body.
I guess the counter argument would be, okay, well, they are choosing to put that into their body, so I have no right to judge. And they're right.
I don't judge them.
I don't have a right.
You want to do that, you go right ahead.
I don't have the right to judge anybody that does.
No, just keep it away from me.
And I'm not saying that it is a judgment. I'm just saying,
to me, it comes down to respect and not caring and arrogance.
Yeah, and
that's the part I don't like. Don't disrespect me and talk down to me. And if you don't care because you're continuing that behavior, then go ahead and further that action by exiting my life, because you might as well give me the middle finger and say, I don't give an F if you die early. I'm going to do this anyway. That's what that action says to me. So if you don't care about me then, or my health or well-being, then bye. Go. Yep. Because that's what you're saying.
Absolutely it is. Yeah, I totally agree. And as blunt as that is, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, and I don't care about being blunt. I don't care anymore. My whole life, it's like people pleasing and making sure everyone's okay. No, I need to make sure I'm okay first. And it's not saying I wish you ill will. It's not saying that I'm mad at you or hate you. Nothing. No, it's just, if you genuinely don't care, I don't need you around, because that's not what I want to manifest for my life.
And I think that that's absolutely fair.
Yep.
Absolutely fair.
So there's an open door. If you're choosing to contaminate my table, then you just go.
Yeah.
Bye.
And I think that, like, it's not because of the smoking itself. It's when it's introduced and pushed into every occasion.
It's just the disrespect behind it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, no, I don't want to go stand outside in 30 below with you while you have a cigarette.
And no, I don't want you smoking it indoors with me in a car or a home or close encounters.
Like, you and I we go for a drive, we go for coffee. Neither one of us smoke, so it's not a problem.
No, thank
right?
God.
But having to consider somebody that is a smoker, if we were to do that, there is no way on God's green earth I would let anybody smoke in my car.
And that's fair. I was
not going to happen.
And I will say, I had some friends who were smokers that actually would not smoke in their car and didn't want it in there either, which I thought was cool.
That's smart.
I know.
That's just plain smart. Like,
and they acknowledge it. Like, some of them really do. Some of them are great. Like, they'll acknowledge it. Like, I know this is a bad habit. I know it's disgusting. I wish I could quit. I just genuinely can't. And I don't want it in my car. I'm trying to keep it, out in the open. There are some like that. And I get that. And that's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And again, if you want to smoke in your own car on your own accord when you're alone, go ahead. I don't care. That's your choice. Go ahead. I don't think it's healthy for you. I encourage you not to, but you do you. But when there's somebody else in there, that's not okay.
So then, I already know your opinion on this, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Sure.
So if we are having somebody else come for coffee with us that is indeed a smoker, I know we've had a couple instances. We've had this where we've gone for coffee with people that are smokers, and they don't want to come into our car or my car. It's our car.
Thank you. A little crispy crunch.
Oh, my baby.
Schrodinger.
They don't want to come into my car because because I won't let them smoke in the car. But they would be perfectly okay with me going into their car so that I could sit there and they could smoke in their car. So they would not have the courtesy to not smoke when I'm in the car.
Yeah, and I think it's rude.
I agree.
And it's again the anger of having to come in a vehicle with people who don't smoke. Like, you don't get to be mad that we don't want to smoke. Why are you having anger and aggression towards us? Because we're protecting our health.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
we're not saying you can't smoke. We're just saying don't put it in our face.
Don't put it in our bodies if we, because what, you want us to go stand outside while you have a cigarette in your car that you've been smoking in already? Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't track.
No, we still love you. We still care about you. We're still friends with you. We still want to hang around you. We're just saying don't put that in, don't pollute our air. Yeah. Why is our health any less important than yours?
Just because we don't always necessarily make the smartest health decisions either, that is one where our control over it is less.
And my whole thing is, it's just like, why is there anger and aggression? And then if you want us to come into your...
Because they think it's about control.
But I don't necessarily think that's the case. That's the only reason. But then it's like, you want us to go into your car and you're okay with harming us. That's what it's like. You are okay with harming us and you're only happy if you get to do what you want to do. Why? We respect your decision. Just keep it outside. You don't respect ours.
Well, I think that they would turn that around and say, well, you're not respecting our decision to smoke in our vehicles.
That's not true. You can smoke in your vehicles when you're by yourself, or just don't do it around me or people that you're going to harm that don't like it.
Well, I guess that's like, okay, well, you can smoke in your vehicle. I just won't be in it.
Okay, so I'll just tell them to go into it. Why is it okay for me to, if my house has mold in it, why don't I just invite you in there and expose you to the fumes? Well, I don't want to come to your house because there's mold in it. It's not safe. It's the same kind of concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what do you mean you're not going to come over? Well, I don't want to be exposed to that. That's my choice. That's my health. Oh, hark the herald angels sing. But you want me to come into your carcinogens, but you don't want to come into my black mold. Now, they're both inhalants that damage your body and hurt you.
Yes.
Why is yours superior? And why does your health matter in that case?
It's a very sound argument.
Exactly.
It's a very sound argument. I completely concur.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like, come at me. Let's throw elbows. I don't care. That's fine.
And it would be different if it was one person.
Oh, it's a
with
plethora.
This opinion.
Yeah.
But there have been so many.
And it's not all smokers.
No.
It's just a vast majority, unfortunately.
And I wonder if it's something that has been, I wonder if it's a generational thing, because so much of the previous generations have smoked because whether it was a decision, whether it was, didn't know any better. It wasn't up until relatively recently that the research has been showing about secondhand smoke and how dangerous it is and how, the long-term effects are pretty gnarly and nasty. So the generation that came before, most of them were smokers. The next generation is like, okay, maybe it's not so great. Now we're getting into the generation where it's just like, okay. And then, okay.
Do you feel like it's less prominent now? Obviously, I can't observe.
No, I don't, and I'll tell you why.
Okay,
I think that smoking itself, smoking cigarettes, might be less prevalent, but now vaping has taken over.
Ah, yes, which is still as unhealthy.
Which is just as unhealthy.
Yeah,
it's horrendous for your lungs.
So you don't think it's decreased generationally, or that any of this has actually slowed down? I can't visually observe it, so I'm actually genuinely curious what you witness or see, and I don't get out much now.
I think that it's. I think that it's normal for teenagers and young adults to rebel. I think that it's normal for them to do that. I think that it's still the cool factor.
Really?
Yeah, I still think that it's definitely a relevant proclivity.
Interesting. We did just see probably a 10-year-old
a 9 or a 10-year-old smoking.
That's true.
Yeah, last episode we were talking about that because we had witnessed that.
And by we, I mean you seeing for me.
But I still think that whether it be alcohol, I think weed is way more prevalent now.
Yeah, well, with all the dispensaries now they legalize it.
Well, and I think that it was just as prevalent before. I just think we just didn't know about it as much because it was not legal and it was hidden.
Yep.
It was still very much a thing, but now that it's legal, everybody and their dog is like, oh well, you know, let's just do this, right?
I mean, at least it's clean and not laced and stuff. But now I feel like it's spread like wildfire. wildfire.
Absolutely, it
waste. There's more dispensaries than there is coffee shop.
Yeah.
It's overboard.
Yep, I agree. And it's the same thing. Like, it's not, there's no need. Like, it is absolutely, it's a money grab from just like cigarettes. Like,
and weed doesn't bother me because it's a natural herb and I'm not allergic to it. So when people smoke it, it doesn't bug me because it's not affecting my health. There's not negative science towards it. It doesn't do anything. Some variants or whatever can smell, but it doesn't stick to you as quickly as pot.
I wouldn't say that there's no negative health effects. You're still smoking something. Like, smoking is smoking. It's still affecting your lungs, in whatever capacity.
Right, but the chemical compounds in it aren't attacking you and causing cancerous stuff. Like, they genuinely
Not that we
use
know
it.
of.
Right, but they genuinely use it to help people with cancer or chronic pain or glaucoma.
Yeah.
So there's actual genuine benefits.
I'm talking about people that just do it recreationally.
Yeah, fine. But what I'm saying is when they are smoking it, it doesn't have those proven negative health effects on my air, and I'm not allergic to it, so it doesn't irritate me like smokers. And I find that people who smoke pot aren't blowing in your face and having arrogance. They don't. They're just minding their own business.
Well, depends on the person, but yes.
Okay, well, fair. I haven't had that experience with a pot smoker, I guess. Being disrespectful. Like, you're like, oh, sorry, I'll just go over here for a minute.
I feel like get you high by association. Some of them do. I can't.
Fair.
But yeah, like, I feel like it's the addiction component, whether it be cigarettes, whether it be alcohol, whether it be marijuana, whether it be, like, there is still there's still the need for a dependency on something. It's a distraction. It's
everyone has some sort of
everyone has a crutch.
Food, porn, social media, TV, all those kinds of things.
Everybody has one.
Shopping.
Yep. Everybody has a vice.
Yep.
And there's nothing to say that having a vice is a good thing or a bad thing. Depends on how you use it.
So long as it doesn't harm other people.
Right.
That's my qualm.
The same argument could be made for social media. Like, if you're going on there anonymously and you're poking fun and you're picking on people and stuff like that, that's harming somebody else.
Cyberbullying.
I would have the same reaction to that as I would to a smoker.
Totally.
In my air.
Absolutely.
I think that it's the relevance of that argument is so similar, and the need for respect of people's boundaries is definitely huge.
And where do you think that comes from, and all the anger and hate?
I think that it is absolutely a perception of somebody else wanting control and telling them what they can and can't do.
Interesting. I haven't had that experience or anyone make that comment, like a smoker make that kind of a comment before.
I've had it a couple times.
Have you?
Yeah.
Very interesting perspective. I've never had anybody actually come back with that. Just like, it's more ridicule and peer pressure. And I'm like, I'm not going to succumb to it. And just judgment and nastiness and a disrespect for boundaries is a huge one. I've never heard anybody make that control comment before. Yeah,
I've had that. I've had maybe you should just quit drinking coffee, or maybe you should just quit eating.
I have had that, yes.
Yeah,
trying to battle with something.
But I've also had you just want to tell me what I can and can't do. Like, I'm gonna do this in spite of you.
So if it's not a control factor, because I haven't heard that one, what else do you think it could be? Apart from that. Obviously that's a component, but I'm curious as to your take on...
I'm not entirely sure.
Smokers out there, if you're still listening and aren't throwing arrows at us and sharpening them. What is it?
Sharpening your pitchforks.
Right?
I wonder if it's...
Or former smokers. Let's get your opinion.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Former smokers might be a good thing
current, too. Yeah. Like what is your take?
Past, current.
Curious. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the catalyst for you? Okay. What was the catalyst for you to start? What was the catalyst for you to quit? If you've quit? I
just more want to know, like, why is there hostility, anger, and disrespect for boundaries? Where does that come in? Where does the offensive-ness come in?
Yeah. Where does the anger towards people pushing back against it come from?
What is that? What does it mean to you? What are you hearing when that happens? Why?
Yeah, I'm very curious. I'd be very curious to understand that.
Ditto.
Yeah. I think that's it. It's a very good question. So yeah, any of y'all who are listening, feel free, comment and send us a message. Tell us what your thoughts are. Tell us what your insights are on that one.
Yes.
We're going to sign off, and we will see you next week. Stay tuned for the next controversial topic.
And make sure to stay all the way till the end so you can hear us drop a gem.
Until next time. I'm sorry, it's a force of habit. I can't help it.
Is it recording?
Yes.
Welcome back to our segment, Gem!
Grateful every moment.
Yes. We're going to drop some gems today.
Yep.
I would like to start by saying I'm grateful for being able to speak English.
Oh, jeez.
And for everyone else who speaks English.
That's a shot at me because I will burst into French.
Ugh.
Ugh. I know she hates it. Can't help it. I'm learning. I'm trying to learn a language.
And I appreciate that. I
No,
think
you
it's just the, you know what? It's the pretty French I'm cool with, but that. So I just want to say I'm very grateful for English. And I'm grateful that we have warmth during the cold.
Mm-hmm.
And we have clothes on our body.
Yes.
Which is nice. And we're just doing this because we think it's very important to just take a moment out of every day to be grateful for something.
Yep.
Elevate that mood.
Elevate that mood. I have been thinking quite a bit about my dad the last little bit. And just being grateful for some of the things that I think about when I think of him.
Ah, yes.
My brother and I were talking about this the other day. The very first word that we think of when we think of dad was integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely still maintain that. Like it's still the first sentiment, the first thought. And yeah, I was just thinking about little things that he used to do, little things that he used to say, and a lot of the things that my brother says, I can hear my dad in
funny.
them. He, my brother recently just got a vehicle and, he
moves that dirt around.
Actually the vehicle has now been basically deemed unsafe. There was black mold in it. So that's not good, but he's been in contact with my dad's cousin. And he called him, and this uncle, or we call him uncle, he basically picked up the phone, and it took him a minute because he thought he was talking to my dad. Because my brother sounds so much like my dad. So it was a moment of, okay, it walloped him a little bit. And to think that someone halfway across the country who hasn't seen my dad in years still has such a tangible, like such a fantastic memory, and my dad had an impact on that person. Like it took them a minute that they needed to compose themselves because they missed him.
Right.
Yep. That, just like the good vibes and good energy that my dad always passed around. And he was always such a positive person.
And grateful for your brother too, for a reminder.
Yeah. And the fact that we get to have that. And, we get to have that with my mom too. We get to have the good times and the good memories that we can laugh about and the stuff that we talk about dad to keep that alive and keep that around. And, and it's changed my dynamic with my mom too. It's allowed me to be a little bit closer. It's allowed me to be a little bit more emotionally available, I think.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice gratitude to close on.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Thanks.
Glad you shared that. Grateful for family.
Grateful for family, grateful for friends. I'm grateful for my relationship. I'm grateful for, my relationship with him and also his kid, which is growing and changing and evolving. So I'm just very glad for everything in life right now.
I like it.
Yeah.
Good. So we hope that you guys all reflect as well on what you're grateful for, even if it's just a couple things a day. Just happy to be alive, grateful to have running water, fresh sheets and freshly shaved legs.
The ability to have a shower every day.
Yeah, just anything to reset your mind if you're having a down moment.
Yep, always encourage the positive moments.
That's our gem.
Until next week. You're listening to Blind Chats with the Backroad Chicks. Thanks for joining our late night cruise.
For help keeping your drive alive, please tune in next week for more shenanigans.